It's a timeless scenario repeated over many generations. The wife and mother-in-law don't get along. In fact, according to Sally Sheilds, it's an epidemic.
There has been a study that says that a whopping 23% of women characterize their relationship with their mother-in-laws as estranged or just marginally cordial with little or no contact.
Sally Sheilds was one of those with a difficult mother-in-law.
When I first got married, my mother-in-law, I would say red, she would say blue. I would say blue, she would say red. I was twisting myself into a pretzel trying to figure out how to be friends with her, and everything I would do was wrong. It was a mistake. It was something opposite.
Now she's the author of The Daughter-in-Law Rules. There can be many causes for a strained relationship, from fear of being replaced to jealousy.
There's a lot of reasons, but I think mainly what happens is you marry her son, and there's just a certain dynamic between the daughter-in-law and the husband's mother.
Conflict like this was foreign to Sally and disturbing.
I was exasperated because usually I have a personality whereby I usually can make friends with people very easily, and this was not happening with my husband's mother, so I was upset.
Her husband refused to intervene.
I tried to get my husband to take sides with me, and he wouldn't. So I thought, I have to be the one to come up with some strategies.
That's how Sally became the mother-in-law manager. She knew any change in the relationship would have to come from her.
There had to be a way for the daughter-in-law to be the one to figure out how to make the mother-in-law feel good so that these things wouldn't continue to happen. And if you catch it early enough on in the relationship before the resentment sets in, there's a really good chance that the relationship can actually be good.
She says the key is learning how to make the mother-in-law feel good so you end up as friends rather than enemies. Newlyweds can follow 3 basic rules. First is call your mother-in-law Mom.
It'll make me feel good, it'll make me feel part of the family unit, and it will help her feel like she's still the boss.
Second, call her on a regular basis when your husband isn't around.
I tell all my clients that Wednesday is Call Your Mother-in-Law Day. It's the middle of the week. You can tell her about the kids, update her on what's going on, but it's far enough in advance that you can book her for Saturday night babysitting.
These calls are a good time to ask your mother-in-law for advice, even if it's something trivial.
You want to keep your subject matter simple and inconsequential, such as what color you should change the shower curtain to in a guest bathroom. But the main thing to remember is you actually want to do it, so when she comes over, she can feel really good about the fact that you took her advice.
Rule number 3, always call her and send cards and flowers on 3 special days: her anniversary, her birthday, and Mother's Day. If you need a reminder, some florists will even help.
That you can actually call 1-800-FLOWERS and set up an account with them. They'll remind you a week in advance.
Sally says you may find yourself straddling a line between the ridiculous and the serious, but correcting things that upset your mother-in-law is worth it in the end.
It's a process. It's not something that can happen overnight. It's something that evolves over time, but it's an important thing to always remember to let her be herself. Don't try to change her. Focus on the positive, and eventually things will fall into place.
Putting on a subservient face may not be easy for some women, but Sally says it might help if you remember your mother-in-law is part of your life because of the man you love so much.
You always want to try to remember that she did give birth to our husbands, and we're forever thankful to her for that. Always keep in mind that the quickest way to get what you want is to give others what they want.
Thanks for watching She Knows TV. Look for more She Knows TV at sheknows.com.